Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a general love and life reading for Cancer. You could have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Cancer, please keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, do not try to make it fit. Everything is subject to, sorry, my boys are upstairs. One of their rooms is right above me, my office. What was I saying? Oh yeah, please don't try to make it fit if it isn't your story. Everything is subject to free will and the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. You also, I think I said this already, but I'm not sure. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, North Node. That's what I just heard. Okay. All right, just want to make sure. Roles can be reversed, but don't leave with that immediately. I'll watch the video through and then place yourself where it fits, okay? What that means is this could be something you're doing or going on around you. This could be something that your person is doing, going on around them. This could be, you know, a family member, friend, coworker, boss, neighbor, something that they're doing, going through, or going on around them. This could be something in your immediate environment, your town, your city, your overall community, okay? Neighborhood as well. If you stick around towards the end of this reading, I'm going to do a Cancer versus all 12 zodiac signs. Aries to Pisces. Also, if you need or want to get a personal reading with me that is tailored specifically to your energy and or your situation, my email is in the description box below. I am still offering the 50% off on all private personal readings from now until the end of May. If there's going to be an extended to this reading, the link to that will be in the description box below and in the comment section below, okay? All right. Check out all the different transits. We got Lilith in Leo till October. We got Saturn and Pisces for the next 2.5 years. We also have a Pluto going into Aquarius on March 23rd. All that's relevant. We got, don't quote me on this, but all this is tropical. But I also think that we have, but don't quote me on it, we have 2 new moons back to back that are in Aries. Also, there's other stuff going on too. I can't even remember it all. Okay? All right, so this could be something that has happened in the past coming back around, something currently going on. And so I've been told my readings can tend to be very future predictive. Definitely can be something coming towards you in the future. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Wait, that's not right. Okay. Okay, sorry. All right, so I'm going to look at the current situation, the root cause, influence, immediate recent past, 3 months or less, immediate near future, 3 months or less, how you feel about the situation or what you have contributed to the situation. And same thing about your person, the person you're currently with, dealing with, and or thinking of. And that could be romantic, platonic, friendship, business partnership, current, past, and, you know, if it's nobody, then it's just you, right? So what's going on for Cancers currently? And get another shuffle. I think I already did this video. I don't know. Why am I doing it again? Okay. All right. Whatever. Also, I did do, I forgot to post about it because I completely forgot about it. But, it's been a busy last couple weeks. I did an all signs reading, what you need to know right now. I just got off the live stream about maybe, well, like 30, 40 minutes ago. That has been posted as well, so definitely check that out for you. There's a random message. There's something about don't fight the shadow work. Don't fight it. Is it Cancer is that a message specifically for Cancer or a crosswalker? Cancer. Don't fight it. The more you resist it, the harder the lesson's going to be. That's what I heard. The more you don't want to learn it, want to resist it, don't want to accept responsibility for whatever it is, or I don't know, it's whatever, right? The harder the lesson's going to be. Okay. All right, let's go. Show me what's going on currently for Cancer. Show me Cancer, please. Currently. Okay, you have the Strength card in reverse. Okay. You feel like you might lack confidence in something, or you feel like you don't have the courage to face something or someone, or somebody else may feel this way. Somebody here feels like they don't have the strength or the courage to do something. Okay. Root cause. Ooh, the Devil in reverse. Okay. Influence. What's the influence here? What's influencing this situation for Cancer? Now, this could be all about you, right? This could be all about you. Or it could be about you and somebody else, or it could be about someone you're dealing with, or it could be about anything, right? But I feel like this could all be about you. Now, even though Saturn is in Pisces, and Pisces is getting hammered by it, well, it's tough love, right? But, you know, you can feel it's quite intense, right? Then it's Cancer, then Scorpio, then the rest of the zodiac. So the water signs are kind of getting it right now, but specifically Pisces. But then it's Cancer, then Scorpio. You might be feeling really tired. I know I am. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm so tired. But then I can't sleep. I can't sleep right. I mean, I am sleeping, but it's like I only need a little bit of sleep, but that sleep is intense. Like, out. And then I wake up. It's just intense. Sleeping hard. It's not like I typically 4 or 5 hours. I'm good. Usually. I've been able to work myself up to like 6 or 7, maybe 8 hours sometimes. But typically 4 or 5 hours. 5, really, it's 5. 4, I'm okay. I'm not like the best version of me, but 5, I'm good. Good to go. It's like a power sleep. You know, maybe you're sleeping a lot. Or maybe you're just really tired. I don't think it's another, I mean, it could be another person that's draining your energy, but I feel like it's more so the transits, to be honest, because it is really kicking my butt. Not kicking my butt like that, but just like, maybe just tired. Okay, what's the influence here? 2 of Coins in the reverse. A decision that has already been made. I just heard the decision was made for you, or it's about to be. Recent past. The Moon reverse. Okay. Give me one more. Recent past, 3 months or less. King of Coins in the reverse. Okay. Cancer, you need to cry. You need a good cry. You need a cry where you snot yourself, like you're snotty, where your eyes are poofy, like puffy. You know, like the ugly cry, where you cry so hard you throw up. Basically, you need a purge. I don't mean like just throw up, like throw up. I mean like you cry, like you cry, like it's like a soul cry. If that makes any sense. I feel like you've been holding something in or bottling. It's like you feel like a pressure or like a tension, like a frustration, like a pressure. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. If you don't feel well, you feel like it's something serious, or you just want to go get it checked out, regardless, go get it checked out, right? It's not medical advice. But there's something about like you feel like emotions are welling up, like you're being filled up with emotion, right? And you just can't seem to get it out. You know, like what you repress, you express in not so good ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's stuff coming up for you emotionally. You feel vulnerable? You feel vulnerable. This is going to be deep. This reading is going to be deep. Near future. Wheel of Fortune. Also in the near future, which is 3 months or less. Nine of Spears. Nine of Wands. I think that's what it was. Yeah. How do you feel? Okay. I don't think I want to look at somebody else, but I will do that in the extended. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Hear me out. Hear me out. Before you click off, just let me first plead my case. Let me tell you why. Because it's not always about somebody else. Sometimes it's about you. And it's not about dragging you, right? It's not about dragging you, okay? And the reason why I'm doing it here, because I feel like more people need to hear this, okay? The reason why I'm going to do like relationship reading in the extended is because that's what I'm going to do, right? But it's not always about somebody else, right? Okay. So I'm going to look at how you feel, or what have you done to contribute to the situation, and how do you feel about the situation. And then I want to get one card about where you're at mentally, or like not mentally, but like how do you think about the situation? So what did you add to the situation? What do you contribute to, right? How do you feel about that, the situation, and your contribution to it? And how do you think about the situation, and how you contribute to the situation? You might be grieving the loss of someone. I don't feel like they've actually passed away. Could be a pet, possibly. I know what that feels like. I just recently went through that myself. My beloved Pookie, my Great Dane, he passed away. I won't talk about it. I mean, I do talk about it, but it's not about me. But like that might be something you're worried about. Take them to the vet. Get them scanned. If they're older, if they're like an elderly dog, get them scanned for like bone cancer, because that's what my Pookie had. Well, his name's Voodoo, Papa Voodoo, but we called him Pookie and Bubba's and everything. I miss him terribly. And when I say terribly, I mean like an ache in my soul. Terribly. You might be missing somebody like that. You might be missing someone. It could be a person that's already passed that you would know that they've already passed. Or maybe it's a beloved pet. Or maybe you're worried about that. Take them to the vet. Have them get scanned. You know, obviously if you're financially able to do that and such like that, you know, it can be expensive. But if you can afford it, I would do it, okay? Just have them, like, scanned. It's like bone cancer that can, like, go to the lung or something when it metastasizes, and it's, like, not much you can do. So, not really. It is what it is, you know, at that point. Anyways, how does Cancer feel about the situation? Or how did Cancer contribute to the situation? I'm gonna get my kids. Hold on. Sorry about that, Cancer. I don't know what they're doing up there. Your contribution to whatever this is the Four of Coins in reverse. What else is your contribution to this? The Sun. And what else does you contribute to? The Emperor. Okay. So, Ace of Swords, or no, that's Spears. Is that Swords? No, that's the Wands, okay. So you got Four of Coins reverse, Four of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Emperor. That is your contribution to the situation. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the situation? How do you feel? Page of Cups. Death. 5 of Cups. You regret something? You do. That's how you feel. How do you think about the situation? 6 of Swords. How do you think about what you did towards the situation? 7 of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. I just heard you think how you contributed to the situation. You think, but what you did was you self-sabotaged. The Magician. Okay. You're waiting for something. You're waiting to work something out. You're waiting to work on forgiveness. Why are you waiting on that? Forgiveness over a fight. You want to return back with the 8 of Cups, or you want somebody else to come back. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to dig into this in a minute. Here, let me tell you what signs you could be dealing with. Could be dealing with any sign, but I'm going to tell you what they are. You could be dealing with a Leo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sagittarius again. Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Leo, Taurus, for me as a reader. Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Okay. Gemini, Virgo, also Scorpio. Because the reason why I say Scorpio is because Scorpios are very magnetic. They pull in. Because they're meant to bring in people or situations that allow them to either transform themselves or transform others inadvertently. And they also transmute energy. They are the natural alchemist. They do it naturally without even realizing it. They also reflect back to people their own shadow that they don't want to see about themselves. It is not something that they do intentionally. It is what it is, though. Kind of is what it is. So, you feel you made the wrong decision because you're a coward. You feel like you're a coward. Or you feel like you don't. I'm not saying you are a coward. You may feel that way. You may feel like you lack the confidence, the courage, the strength, the fortitude to face someone for some form of toxicity that was done. That's the root cause. I'm also hearing a father wound that needs to be healed. An addiction needs to be healed. I'm not saying you actually have an addiction. You could, or maybe, but for some of you, you don't, right? But maybe someone, maybe like a dad, a father figure, a father, a husband, ex-husband, whatever. Somebody here might have had an addiction in the past, and it's left a wound in here, right? It left a wound in here of codependency, right? Now, you made a decision that you feel like you took the easy way out. You took the easy way out instead of saying you're sorry. And they're saying that it's you. Okay? Obviously, it could be someone else, but they want me to make this reading about you only. So don't come for me. I'm very devoted to my purpose. Okay. And I stand 10 toes down in the strength of my conviction regarding my purpose and my devotion to my purpose and to my guides, my ancestors, to spirit, to the divine, to the universe. I'm trying my best to be as devoted as possible. Okay. So I have to give the messages as they're given to me from spirit, point blank, period. Okay. Whether, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like here, and this is about love, but it's a different kind of love, right? It's a love that you have in here for you. I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer who is very nitpicky at themselves. They pick themselves apart. Like you shred yourself. Like you shred yourself apart. And because of that, it gives you the ability to do that to others. Now, I'm going to tell you something here. Healing, I still got a lot of work to go. I got a lot of work to do too. I'm always doing some type of shadow work. It's like a constant thing, seems like. But that's also that's the life of a Scorpio too, though. Okay, I'm just letting you know. That's just how it is for us. We are the sign of the test. We are. So, I'm not asking you to feel bad for me, but we're the sign of the test. So shadow work isn't easy. It's messy. It is hard work. You're going to be tired. Then you're not going to be able to sleep at times. Then you're going to be, judging yourself. You might even cringe at yourself a little bit. You're going to feel real bad. A lot of crying. Try to channel that energy into something creative. Okay? That will help a lot. Whatever that is for you. I mean, it could be journaling, it could be writing, it could be song, it could be cleaning, it could be dancing, it could be anything that you do that allows you to use that. Still cry. Don't try to stop yourself from crying. Don't. Because it just feels like a knot in your throat. Right? That's not comfortable. This right here, though, okay, you're trying to get over some type of toxicity from childhood. If this feels deep, this is your roots. This is your ancestral line. You're trying to clear out some type of ancestral thing, okay? But you feel you're trying to free yourself from something. But freedom is more than just you can move around, right? You can be bound to something, right? In your mind and in your heart, right? This is about you reclaiming your power again over things that you feel from your past that comes from your soul, your family of origin or soul family or whatever, right? I feel like it's more so family of origin than it is anything around toxicity, about freeing yourself. I mean, this could be maybe a past life thing that's carried over into this life. Possibly. Right? So freeing yourself from some form of addiction. Now, that could be, like I said, a substance, an alcohol, but you can also be addicted to problematic people. Right? I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer who is craving change, who is craving transformation, who is craving transmutation of the energies. I know it sounds so cliche and everybody says it, whatever, but it's kind of true. You have, in order to heal it, you got to go through it. You got to work through it. You got to walk through that valley. And that is not easy. If anyone tells you, oh, just do boundaries, or oh, just right? Just this, just that, right? It's not just anything. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. No one really, I'm not going to say no one. I mean, I'm sure there's other people. I'm sure a lot of people actually, but I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But I'm sure there are, and you can find them, right? it's not just anything. It's healing yourself, healing any type of ancestral thing and or, you know, family of origin thing. It ain't for the weak. It's not. And I feel like that's what you're attempting to do. And that makes you brave. And if that makes you brave, that doesn't mean you're not afraid. It just means you have the courage to do it anyways, right? And that's massive, right? So I do feel, though, you feel very vulnerable right now. You do. You feel very vulnerable right now. There's nothing wrong with vulnerability. You have to be careful who you're vulnerable around, though. That is something, that's where the boundaries come in. Okay? It's okay to say no, Cancer. Period. Period at the end of the sentence. That's the sentence. It's okay to say no, period. And all you have to do is just say, you know, one sentence, no, period. No explanation is needed. You can just say no. That's it. If that's what you want to do. The kicker is doing it without feeling guilty. Somebody here, the family of origin, like the root cause of this is the root cause, is the Devil reverse. You're trying to have the confidence, the courage to face yourself in the shadow. Right? Don't mind me, I've broke multiple nails. It's been a long couple of weeks. Really a long month and a half, but who's counting? It's been a minute. What you're doing is not easy. It's not an easy task, okay? It's going to take some time. There's no shortcuts. I don't recommend them. There's no, you know, quick job. Let me do it 20 minutes here. Let me do it 20 minutes there. I mean, you can do it like that too. It's going to take a little bit longer. Or let me just think about it for a minute and then I'm over it. Are you really though? Are you really over it though, Cancer? Are you? Because here I see that you're trying to make a decision, or you're indecisive about the decision that you need to make, and you're feeling vulnerable. You're not sure what, you're not feeling confident or sure of yourself that you're able to make the correct decision. And I feel like the insecurity, that's what it feels like, or the unsureness of your capability, it stems from childhood. Okay. Now, in the recent past, and what's influencing this is you being of two minds, cognitive dissonance. If you don't know what that is, it's being okay, example. I don't know. Okay. Example. I'm not saying this is your example. This is the example Spirit was giving me. You are having an affair with somebody, right? They're married, right? They leave that person to be with you, but you truly believe that that person will not cheat on you even though they were cheating with you. That's cognitive dissonance. What makes you think you got with them while they were a liar? You got with them when they were a cheat. You were the person that they were cheating with, right? They decided to leave their spouse to be with you, right? You're no different than the spouse, right? You may think that you're better because of based on what this person has told you. This is just an example. I'm not saying this is the situation. This is the example that they're giving me for cognitive dissonance. Okay? But in reality, you're not. You only know what that person wanted you to know based on what they told you, based on their own toxicity, their own codependency, their own justification, based on their own deception. If they're lying to their spouse to come and be with you, to have an affair with you, what makes you think they won't lie to you? Cognitive dissonance. The moon in reverse in the recent past, you realize that, hey, yeah, this person is corrupt. This person's corrupt. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, with the moon card reverse. The illusion ended. You got clarity, right? You got clarity. But you're asking yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself in these situations? You're looking for someone to care for. Because I feel whomever I'm reading for, somebody in your childhood, you are attracted to strong partners. I get more so it's you are attracted to a strong, what appears to be strong physically or powerful or even dangerous masculine energy, because that reflects your father. Your father could have been a Capricorn. Or had now, I'm not saying all Capricorns are bad. I'm not saying that. They could have Capricorn in their chart. Capricorn is your opposite sign. Cancer. You're very diligent like a Capricorn. What that means on the astrological wheel, you could have a Capricorn here and a Cancer like this. I don't know where, I'm just, right? That means you guys share the same axis, okay? That means you guys share very similar qualities. You guys, there's a little bit of Capricorn and Cancer in every Cancer, and then in every Capricorn, there's a little bit of Cancer, right? Very diligent, very hardworking. You want to release yourself from control by giving your own power away, because you don't want to have it. You do want to have it. You want to have it, but you subconsciously are giving away your power because you felt powerless with a father figure when you were younger, and from childhood, and that made you feel vulnerable or not safe. And if I'm making you cry, I'm sorry in advance. But this is the reading about you. I'll do the romantic reading and the extended, okay? And you feel like you don't have the strength to overpower or overcome this problem or this trauma or these traumas from childhood, but you do. But no, you do. Nevertheless, no one's going to do it for you, right? You have to do it yourself. This is part of the journey where you explore and dive deep into the dark waters a little bit, okay? And if you need to talk about it with somebody, go to a therapist. I'm telling you, therapy, I have been to like 3 or 4 years of therapy. So if I feel like I need to go back, if something's bothering me, I'll go back. I go. I mean, we go get pap smears done, we go get checkups done, or dentists, or eye doctors, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. We get our hair done, right? That mental health checkups occasionally, once, twice a year, or if something's really bothering you, or you're getting stuck in a situation or stuck in a pattern, because that's what it feels like. It's a pattern that stems from childhood, about relinquishing your own power, creating relational debts due to codependency, then later having resentment when that person doesn't love you the way you think and believe or that you want for them to love you as. But yet you didn't tell them that you were expecting to get something from them on the back end. No, you expected them to know. This is like something like a father would do, or like a not good father. They would expect you to know right from wrong from birth instead of teaching you. And they will punish you harshly if you don't know. But how do you know something if you're not taught something, right? You don't. You just don't. So I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer who is very much attracted to what appears to be very powerful, like physically strong, big, probably very tall or whatever, or very physically strong, or intimidating, or borderline aggressive maybe, or abusive men, and confusing that with power, or dangerous, or maybe criminal activities type of men. No judgment towards anybody, because it gives them a sense of it's trying to trigger you into healing your father wound. No. Or you could be attracted to women if you're masculine, whatever your preferences are. I don't know. You're attracted to people that a man or a woman, okay, whatever your preferences are, orientation, sexual identity, doesn't matter. You're attracted to power, or what you perceive as power, but also aggression. Because I feel like I'm reading for, and this is what Spirit is saying, I'm reading for a Cancer who equates power to aggression. And I feel like I'm reading for and talking to a Cancer who craves for that energy to be healed and transformed. Because it's time, right? But I feel like you feel like you've made the wrong decision. You're not confident in your choices. You're not. You also feel very vulnerable right now. to be able to release this. I feel like this person this fatherly figure may not be around or may not be in the living anymore. But could be. Or maybe you're not in contact with them anymore. If this person, and I'm not trigger warning, I'm not trying to trigger anybody, okay, has abused you in any way, shape, or form, and even whether they're living or not, write them a letter. Let them know what they did. And do not hold back. You don't have to send it. You don't have to send it. You don't have to send it. You can put it in an envelope if you want, but you don't have to send it. And if they pass, obviously you don't have to send it. You still put it in an envelope. When you're ready, if you want to mail it, you can if they're living, and if they're not, you can burn it in either way, or you can just burn it. But at least it'll be out of you, and you've expressed it. You have written it. You have seen it instead of running from it. And then, because here's what happens when you repress something, you eventually do express it, and what happens is it gets expressed everywhere. It ends up like bleeding out, right? Not really bleeding out, but like bleeding out on everything. You know how like ink, when you're writing on something like real ink, it bleeds on the paper? That's what this is. Your wounds from your childhood, and I'm not judging you, are literally bleeding out like the ink on a paper in every aspect of your life. It's becoming more and more and more evident to you, and probably those that are close to you, if there's anyone close around you, or that you're close to, they're seeing that. It's bleeding out into your regular life, your work life, your friendships, your family, if you have family or you're close to, or like romantic partners, or maybe you're recognizing the patterns from previous relationships. It's a need to control and or manipulate, because feels like there's a need for you to be needed, because you had a codependent, abusive father figure, or a mother who might have been very controlling or abusive, or maybe even both. Right? In the near future, we got the Wheel of Fortune here in the upright, which is like Jupiter energy, I believe, or like Saturn energy. I think it's Jupiter. Sagittarius. Then you have the Nine of Wands, or Nine of Spears here. Here's the thing. You see the little bird right there? That's like a dove, right? You don't understand what peace is. For some of you, you don't understand what peace is. Like you like your peace and quiet. You like your solitude. You like to go into your shell, right? But it's chaotic in there too. So it's natural. It feels normal. It feels like peace, but that's not really what peace is, because you're going over all this stuff in your mind repeatedly, on loop, on repeat. And I'm reading for and talking to a Cancer who is exceptionally hard on themselves, like exceptionally nitpicky, expects perfection from themselves, expects they must look perfect, act perfect, sound perfect, do whatever perfect things that you think are perfect. I mean, I don't know, right? I don't know, I said perfect like 50 times. But here's the thing, there is no such thing as perfection. I feel like you're putting on some form of unrealistic expectation upon yourself to a impossible standard that you can never reach. You can never reach, and you will suffer trying. You will. It's painful. It's okay to be human. It's okay to have good days and bad days. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to say you're sorry. It's okay to accept apologies if you want to. It's okay to let things go. I'm talking to a Cancer who has never let anything go, ever. Ever. But you're being asked to now. By the universe. You're being asked to. Because if you don't, you're going to keep getting the same type of person or situations over and over and over again, okay? On repeat. This is a major lesson, because before you can get your blessings, right? Before you can get your blessings, right? You have to get your lessons, right? Sorry, my eyeball's itching. Right? Sorry. And yours is a lesson in boundaries. This has wounded you, okay? And I'm not saying you're broken or nothing, because you're not. You're not. You're not. Okay? No one's damaged goods. No one's broken. Okay? You're only that way if you assign that label to yourself. You're miserable. Absolutely miserable. Whatever this is. Whatever the situation is. Some of it, obviously not your childhood. Your childhood was not your fault. Let me say that again. Your childhood was not your fault. Period. Okay? Whatever happened, traumas or whatever happened in childhood, you're from your family of origin, specifically a father figure. Could very well have been a mother figure though, but I get more so father, like father figure. You might have came from a home of a single parent, right? When you become an adult, your childhood is still not your fault. Whatever happened, your abuse, the traumas, whatever, is still not your fault. Nevertheless, it is 100%, once you're an adult, your responsibility to do the healing work. If not, you're going to bleed, literally like leak the ink all over the place in every relationship, friendship, business partnership, business dynamic, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you might hurt others that you didn't mean to hurt. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that might have been something that might have happened here. Because somebody triggered something in you. Somebody triggered something. Now, I'm going to speak from personal experience here because I'm a Scorpio. Okay, I naturally trigger people in several different ways. I don't mean to. It's just, I could walk into a room, literally, of people I've never met before. Never met a day in my life. And some of them will come over and want to talk to me. Right? And that's awesome because I'm kind of like, I like to sit off to the side a little bit until I get acclimated, until I get a vibe, till like I feel the room out like energetically, or you know what I'm saying? Like until I feel it out, right? I don't like to just jump right in. I'm just not like that. Right? I like to feel it out and see how it feels first. People may come over and talk to me almost immediately. And others will scowl at me, like kind of give me like a, I don't know, I can't even do it right. Like, I can't even do the face, right? And others will smile. You know, but I catch a lot of hate. A lot of hateful looks. And I know, I don't know. And I'm not giving like my, resting itch face or anything like that. I mean, even though I do kind of have like a blank kind of thing on my face. Sometimes I'm expressive. I'm expressive, but sometimes it's just, I'm kind of staring, I don't mean to, that's what happens. Anyways. And I had someone tell me, I think it was in December of last year, I went to a little store and they told me that, I'm paraphrasing, I forget exactly what they said, but it's like, I'm a reflection. Like, I hold up a mirror to people that I meet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, mirroring back to them or anything. I'm not wearing a mask or nothing. But it's like, I challenge them. My energy is challenging naturally. I don't actively seek out challenge. My energy itself is naturally challenging. Not, like, adversary, like I want to fight or nothing like that. No, it's, I'm going to stand my ground kind of energy, but also I'm going to ask you questions because I'm curious. Scorpios are very, very, very inquisitive people, and they'll ask you a lot of questions. And then also Scorpios, typically, not all, okay, are very transformative people. They tend to attract people who need the most transformation, hands down, who are actually craving it and don't even realize they're craving it, or know that they are, but they don't know how to explain it. And they also know how to transmute the energy. They do it naturally. Maybe they don't know how to do it consciously. Once they learn how to do all that stuff consciously, then they're really, it's a whole other ball game. But until then, they absorb and transmute. Absorb and transmute the energies. But a Scorpio will hold up a mirror to you. Not, just explaining, okay? and show you the parts of you that need the most healing, the parts of you that maybe you have neglected, the parts of you that you don't want to look at, the parts of you that says, I need a hug, a parts of you that says, I need love, parts of you that says, did you forget about me? Your inner child. Scorpio literally holds up the mirror so you can see your inner child. So you can see yourself as that little boy or that little girl way back when. Scorpios don't like to talk about the superficial stuff. We talk about the deep stuff. That's where we go. And that's typically where most people come towards us, and that's what they want to talk about. And we sit and we absorb, because we absorb a lot from our environment and from people around us and things and objects and people and places and all that stuff, and energetically, and then we transmute, right? I basically, shadow sit for people while they're going through their like darkest of grimiest of times, basically. It's like shadow sitting. What you contributed to the situation is the Four of Pentacles reversed. You're learning to let go. But you're letting go of your own happiness. Or you're letting go of the light. Or you're letting go of the truth. Right? Some of you might be letting go of seeing a father figure as great. The idea of that, maybe, for some of you. Others of you, it could be about a relationship. In order for you to deal with this stuff here, you feel vulnerable. You feel like you can't let go of a person. But you can. You can. And if you want to be happy, you're going to have to take your power back. And that means doing it unapologetically and doing it authentically, taking the mask off. Because I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer who doesn't want to be out here doing 20 million different things for 40 million different people. I know that's a lot of big numbers, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me, right? You really don't want to. So why do you? And when you say no, why do you feel guilty for it? But then when you do it, why do you hold it against the person when you could have just said no? This is where the boundaries comes in. And you say no, and learning to say no so you don't harbor resentment in you, which you know what resentment is, right? Resentment is rage repressed. It really is. It's an intense anger that has been repressed. That anger is still there, but now it's becoming like a rock. Like a rock. It's becoming solid, and it's becoming resentment, and then later becomes extreme bitterness. Okay? Which can turn into hate or hatefulness. Right? Or misery. Right? And that's what's sitting. But here's the thing. It's like you've done it to yourself, because you could have set boundaries and said no. But you didn't. Instead, you said yes. And you did, even when maybe you gave. It's like you feel like the only way you could be loved is if you're giving everything away. And that's not true. That's not true. This made you feel this way. Family of origin did. But that's not what's true in the real world. You don't have to give everything away. You don't have to do like beyond and over the top and beyond the Call of Duty or whatever you want to do. You don't have to. It's not required. You have intrinsic value. You have worth. You deserve to be respected and loved without all of that. The question is, do you believe it? Because it don't matter what I say. It don't matter what my cards say. It don't matter what my guides say, your guides. It matters what you believe at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You're letting go of the idea of what you think you should be doing, or what you think who you should be with, or what you think happiness should be. That's what it feels like. To me, anyways. How you feel about the situation is the Page of Cups, the Death card, and the Five of Cups. You have a lot of regrets here. You regret the ending of a friendship. Could have been with a Scorpio or a Pisces. You regret the ending of a friendship. You regret how it ended. You feel like this person saw the truth of you. You saw this person could see through you and into you. And they could. And they do. You regret something around an emperor as well, with the 5 of Cups and the emperor here. There's something about a masculine here that you regret. Be careful too. You might, because you're still on the beginning part of a healing process here for you, it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much Empress energy you think you have or Emperor energy you think you have. If you are quite literally emotionally codependent, doing for others, then using it against them later on to create a relational debt, or throwing it back in their face when they don't do what or say or be or however you want, then one, you are not healed. I don't care how much Empress energy you think you have, okay, or Emperor energy you think you have. It's toxic and it's very emotionally codependent. And that's something you need to know. And you need to deal with that resentment and you need to deal with that emotional codependency, because that is the root cause of it all. It's a need to be needed, period. Instead of allowing people on their own volition and their own accord to show you who they are and choose you if they wish. And if they don't, then you release. Easier said than done. Easier said than done, right? I'm still on my path too. It's hard, right? It's hard. I get it. What you think about the situation, you think about leaving, you think about moving on, you think about boundaries here, but then you also think about somebody's rejection. Could have been a Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio that rejected you. Because they could see, they saw you. They could see you. The death card and the sun, they saw right through you. They saw the cognitive dissonance. They saw the duality in you. They saw it. They saw your light and your shadow. They saw something that you were not willing to face about yourself. And they triggered you, and you probably triggered them too. Honestly, you probably triggered them too. And you have regret. They've rejected you. You know? They let you go. I feel like you want to apologize. But you feel, maybe you're watching them change. Maybe they have made a transformation or a change. Maybe you have. Maybe you have. Right? But you're still, this is like crying over spilled milk. This is a pity party here a little bit. This is also placing blame on the person who let you go because you did something, or you said something, or you treated them a certain way, or you, you know, showed your ass basically for some of you, because they didn't do or say or be the way you thought that they should be. People don't have to change the way you think they do. They don't have to think and feel and be the way you think they should be. Accept people the way they are. And if it doesn't fit into your life, if you can't handle whatever it is that they're about, or whatever the case may be, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. It's not your job to change somebody. And it's not somebody else's job to fit into a mold that you think that they should fit into either. You see what I'm saying? People shouldn't change or for other people, because it never lasts. And people don't have to live up to anyone else's expectations but their own. You know, what do you believe in? What are your values? What are your morals? What are your code of ethics, etc., right? What are you willing to stand 10 toes down for? What are you willing to fight for? You know? What are you really not? What you know, what do you believe in? What are your morals? What are your values? What do you like? What you don't like? Who are you? You know what I mean? Who are you? You don't have to be a people pleaser. It's easier said than done to break that habit. And it is not an easy one to break. I sometimes still struggle with it to this day. But I catch myself. I literally, when I was first breaking my codependency, my emotional, because I wasn't, like I've had some issues with some stuff in the past, but like my main one was addicted to problematic people. Because I never knew peace. I didn't know what peace was. I never felt it. I never knew what calm and peacefulness was, ever. So, you know, I'm addicted to problematic people. I had to say no for like 2 years straight to every single thing unless it brought me explicit joy and I expected nothing in return, because I was bad at relational debts and I had a lot of resentment in my heart. And I realized that was a problem. I was in therapy and I had to say no to like everything, almost everything. Obviously, I couldn't say no to everything, but I said no a lot. If it did not make me feel absolutely joyful and ecstatic, and I expected nothing in return ever, then the answer was no. I said no a lot, but I sometimes said yes. And it felt great. And then I taught myself to say yes more. But only when I felt like I could do it. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing, I think I've already said those signs. But I feel like this is a lot of healing for you. Okay? This is some deep stuff for you. Or cross-watcher, whomever, right? It's not easy to do what you're trying to do or what you're embarking on, because I feel like you can do it. Okay, but I'm gonna be your cheerleader, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheer you on. So, and you can't tell me otherwise. I'm gonna do it anyways. So, it's not easy, okay? It's not easy, but you can do it. Let's see. Okay, let's do your all signs real quick, and then I'm gonna go to the extended real quick and see about romantic love. Romantic love. You know, I feel like you're about to embark on taking a serious, hard look at yourself, and that's not easy. We talk about shadow work all the time in the spiritual world, but it's not linear. It's no time frame to it. It's not linear. All right, it's not just the bullet points. No, it's a process, and it takes a minute. It takes a minute. Okay, it takes a while, and it's messy. It's real messy. Please be patient with yourself. Take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water. Get as much rest as you can. You may not be able to get a lot of rest as well. That's something else too. You also might be having like some sort of spiritual awakening as well on top of that. So that's going to be intense too. I'm just letting you know. You know. All right, let's see. Cancer versus all 12 zodiac signs, Aries to Pisces, please. It's intense. Aries. Okay, we have past life, going away in grief. This might be a mother figure. That might be an Aries who's passed away in the past. Okay. Or you have a past life with an Aries, and there's something that needs to be healed there within you. It's not your job to heal them. Focus on you. Stay in your lane. Stay on your side of the street and clean up your side of the street, Cancer. Going to Taurus. Crystal ball, planning for the future. They want to have a future with you, or they want to plan for the future with you, or maybe you're trying to see if you see a future with them. Gemini, full moon, completion, maturity, and growth. This Gemini wants you to grow. They want you to heal. They want you to transform. You want them to do the same. If you don't want another Cancer, or this is you, heaven, manifesting your dreams. You're trying to manifest your dreams, right? But in order to get to heaven, you got to walk through hell sometimes, right? Because you got to deal with yourself. You got to deal with your demons, right? Yeah. You need to go deeper here. You need to go deep into the waters. What else, please, for Cancer? Yeah, Ouija board, help from unknown sources. I don't recommend you messing with this, especially at any given time in your life, point blank period. And secondly, don't do it when you're going through shadow work and or spiritual awakening, because you don't know what you're talking to and you might be getting something attached. So just be careful, okay? Okay. Leo, power. Exert your influence, focus, energy, and attention. If you're dealing with a Leo, you have a lot of attention on this Leo. You are focusing your energy and power on a Leo. You might even be giving your power away to a Leo. I don't recommend that. Yep. Poison apple, warning, deceit, ill intent. They do not mean you well. They don't have good intentions for you. Or you don't have good intentions for them. Virgo, Grim Reaper, ending, shock, and start it over. This is over with a Virgo. They want it to be over. Yeah, a chakra is using your energy wisely. They're trying to use their energy wisely, or you being guided to do the same for you. If you're dealing with a Libra, shaman, mystical journey, Libra may be helping you through some type of shamanic or mystical or healing journey here. Cauldron, new ideas, work, and creativity. You might be working with a Libra who is a shaman of some kind to do some type of healing work here, some form of creativity, possibly. Okay. Scorpio, voodoo doll, deceit, and ill intentions. Either you think Scorpio is doing voodoo on you, or you might be doing voodoo on a Scorpio. Or you might be being, no judgment to any priest or priestess in the voodoo practice. I believe it's a closed practice, actually, but I'm not sure. You may think a Scorpio is lying to you. Or have ill intentions. I don't feel like they do. Show me this. Show me this. Yeah, guarding your treasures. No, they are not. They're not. They're just protecting themselves. Because they're protecting themselves, you think that they're up to no good. But I don't feel like they are up to no good. Yeah, you feel like they are intense person. Okay, well, Scorpios are intense. But they're very faithful, and they have psychic abilities, and they do rest a lot. Like, you think they have very intense psychic abilities. They have very intense psychic abilities, okay? They are protecting their treasures, but they're not doing anything bad towards you. They may think this about you, but I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I don't feel like they're doing that. Okay, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, time travel, finding the right timing. They're trying to find the right timing for what? Frog, change, leap ahead of money. They're trying to find time to make more money or to change something in their finances or clean something up. All right, Capricorn, crystal ball, clarity, omens, and vision. Okay, a Capricorn has warned you about something, or you need to look back at the past, because remember the root cause was the devil in reverse. You need to look back at the past to get clarity, to have a vision. Or an ancestor, father figure, maybe mother, might have been in Capricorn, might be trying to talk to you in your dreams to give you some type of warning about something. Yeah, they want you to protect your boundaries. They want you to have boundaries. They want you to have boundaries. Yeah, which setting your intentions. Why are you setting intentions here? Or what are your true intentions here? Right? Okay. Then when Aquarius, vampire, sustaining your aspirations. Aquarius thinks that you're very vampiric, and they're not willing to feed you any more energy. Or you think this about them. Pendulum, hell yes or hell no. You're trying to get a question You're trying to get an answer from an Aquarius. You're trying to force an answer. You want an answer for them about sustaining your aspirations here. They think you're very vampiric and draining. Okay, this Aquarius does. If you don't want a Pisces, extrasensory perception, using your intuition. They're very psychic. They can perceive you, or you can perceive them, or someone is perceiving you in a Pisces. Haunted house, vanishing, unfounded fears. So a Pisces is very psychic, or maybe you want a Cancer. Maybe you need to go talk to someone who's very, very psychic, who can help you clear out your house. Who might be a Pisces, or they know somebody who's very, very psychic who can help you clear out your house if you might feel like your house may be haunted or something. Yeah. They're also a reader. Haunted doll, childlike, drama, unknown. They might be younger than you. Haunted forest, new path, bold, triumph. You see that they're triumphant, or triumphating. That's not a word. They're being triumphant, okay? All right, that's what I got for your all signs. All right, let me go to what signs you're actually dealing with, and then your scribal tiles, and then your guidance, okay? Let's see. And then I'm going to go to the extended about your romantic love relationship. Although this is love, but this is a different type of love. This is a deeper love, right? I mean, I'm not saying romantic love isn't deep. This is, if you're not able to love yourself and accept yourself completely as you are, and protect yourself with proper boundaries, not barriers and resentments and bitterness, right? And be your authentic self unapologetically, then how the hell are you ever supposed to be? How the hell are you ever supposed to be in love with somebody else? Right? Right. Don't you want to attract something better, right? Who's Cancer dealing with? Oh, I'm going to use a different deck on you for guidance. Libra. Taurus. I just saw it. I was like, ooh, I'm going to use that one. Aquarius. My throat's getting sore. I need a cough drop. Scorpio. Pisces. Leo. Gemini. So, Cancer, you can be dealing with a Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, your chart, their chart, combination of the two, whomever else is involved. I always do that for you guys. What do you got for Cancer, please? This is a deep reading. First, middle, last initial, your name, their name, anybody else who could be involved's name, also additional messages. Cancer. Okay, here we go. Oh, I need a cough drop. My throat is sore from that live stream. Definitely go check that out. R N T B A E G T P and X. Okay. All right, here we go. This is called, I know it's not quite the season for it, but the Beltane Oracle by Seasons of the Witch Oracle. I love their decks so much. Now, I don't know if I take reversals or not. Hold on. I don't think I do. Okay, let's see. Good shuffle. Alright, what guidance do you have, please, for Cancer regarding this reading? Guidance, please, for Cancer regarding this reading, please. Guidance for Cancer. Okay, that's way too many. Less cards. Guidance, please, for Cancer. Okay. You have milk and butter, okay? And it says, let the silk off one's, like the silk off of one's flesh. I am the giver. I am your eternal. What is this about? First time I've ever used it. Also, kind of fitting because it talks about being a giver. Right? Okay, let's see. And, okay, Milk and Honey says, belief. What do you believe? Okay. That's the overall theme. And a cough drop. It says, the universe always provides no matter your circumstances, and Milk and Butter is here to remind you to lean on Spirit for all your needs. Spirit is your eternal provider, your unlimited source of nourishment. All that is required is your belief. An intention given to the universe has no power if you do not believe it will be answered. Milk and Butter brings the message of faith. If you have not seen your dreams coming to fruition, it is because deep down you are not a believer in your magic. This could be a subconscious decision, one you aren't even aware of. Perhaps you have set an intention for increased abundance, but express your lack of belief in words such as money doesn't grow on trees, or maybe you have worked a spell for business success only to later question whether or not you have what it takes to be successful. A lack of faith can and often is expressed in the quiet doubts and criticisms of your mind. But a witch who is tapped into Source knows that all of her questions will be answered and all of her desires met, if you believe. Alright, well, Cancer, that has been your reading. I hope that helps you. The link to the extended for the love portion of this, romantic love portion about your person, all the tea, all the stuff. The link to that extended is in the description box below and in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And hit all notifications. That way you know the next time I upload. And as always, Cancer, you fucking got this. Right? This is messy. This is a big deal, right? This is all about your healing, right? It's time, right? For some of you, it really is. For others of you, it may not be yet. But that doesn't mean that it won't be at some point, right? So say the chorus. You got this. You can get through this. You can do it if you believe it, right? All right, I love you. Until next time.